Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I have another DJI Mini drone today. I don't know, take a look at this and see if you can guess which one it is. Well, you've already seen it in the title. So this is the the original DJI Mini SE, not the Mini 2 SE, the original Mini SE. This little guy has some advantages, and there's good reasons to still own one of these drones. I don't think you can buy them. You may be able to buy one refurb on DJI's website. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can even buy one new anywhere, but if you can pick one up used, there's some advantages, and I'll explain it to you here in a second. But anyway, I'm out at Kleiner Park. It is a beautiful winter day. I mean, it's like in the mid 40s, there's no wind, the sun is out, so you got to fly on a day like that. And I had a battery charged up for this guy, so off we go. We're going to look at some things here at the park, but one of the things that I want to do is it's a Saturday, so it should be pretty busy. I want to sneak over the top of the village at Meridian and see how long the line is for the In-N-Out burger store over there. There's an advantage to the original DJI Mini, and it mostly surrounds the controller. So this controller, I'm not exactly sure. We're familiar with the RCN1 controller, etc. Model number on the back, it says DJI C2. I don't know if this is considered a C2 controller. It has a model number MR1SS5, so take that for what it's worth. But it's the original style that we saw, a little different, doesn't have the telemetry that we saw on the original DJI Mavics, but it is simply a Wi-Fi controller. There's no OcuSync on this guy at all, so you're not going to quite get the range. However, with a mini drone, how much range do you really need? That aside, the advantage is that it's so compact, and let me show you that right now. So this is an aftermarket case. I don't know, I can't pronounce that, whatever the name is on the case. I'm sure I got it on Amazon. But the advantage is the size. This is so compact. You have your whole kit in this one little case. I mean, here's my hand over the top. That's how big it is. So very easy to pack around. Let me open it up and show you. So there's the drone and controller all in one tidy little package. Easy to carry in your car, or if you're on a motorcycle or something like that. Pretty handy little kit. So I wanted to show you how the phone fits, and this is an iPhone 15 Pro Max, so it's a bigger phone. I can fit my iPad mini in this controller, and the corners stick out the edge here, so you can get a pretty big device in there. It occurred to me that a lot of people probably have only been flying DJI drones since the RCN1, RCN2, and the all-in-ones, the DJI RC and the DJI RC2, so they may not be familiar with this older style controller. So the phone fits in the bottom, and you got the OTG cable that goes down the side, and these arms are what hold your phone in, and they hold it pretty good, although you better pay attention and if you don't want to drop your phone. But other than that, it's a pretty good controller. And the other thing I like about it is it's nice and lightweight, really easy to handle, as opposed to the RCN1. Can be kind of top heavy sometime, especially with your mobile device on there. So this one, there's no question it fits better in your hand. Let me see if I can, I'm going to turn the camera around here. So I want to show you how it fits in your hand. It's really easy to hang on to the whole controller and control the drone with this. So that's the goodness that I find with this original style controller. And the Mini SE. The Mini SE is actually more powerful than the original DJI Mavic Mini. It's not quite as powerful as the Mini 2 or the Mini 2 SE, but a very capable little drone. And this enhanced Wi-Fi that the drone uses, it's just the best Wi-Fi control I've ever seen on a drone before. It's not OcuSync, but it's what DJI calls enhanced Wi-Fi. So take that for what it's worth. in any case, I think we need to quit messing around and get this bird in the air. Okay, I've got everything fired up. I've got a screen recorder started so you guys can see what's going on. First thing I want to point out is this drone shoots in 2.7K 30 frames per second. That is the max resolution, and in 1080p, yeah, does it go up to, yeah, 1080p it'll go up to 60, but we're going to 60 frames per second, I should say. Let's shoot in 2.7 though, best resolution, 30 frames per second. And let's take a quick look at the safety menu. I want to see where everything's set at. I'm going to kick my return to home altitude up just a little bit because I haven't flown this guy in a while. I want to make sure there is no obstacle avoidance. I'm going to kick that max distance out to no limit. Compass is normal, IMU is normal, battery is looking good as I would expect, even though I haven't used this battery in quite some time. So yeah, let me show you the About page so you can see what firmware I'm on. It didn't ask for an update, and I'm not going to check right now. That's something we can do a little later on if we need to. But let's go ahead and start recording. So recording is started, and again, that's in 2.7K, 30 frames per second. Let's do an automated takeoff on the app. I've got the Action 2 camera in front of the drone, so you'll see that takeoff. And there she goes. Spin the drone around here to take a look at me, and let me grab the Action 2 camera and give you kind of a look at the drone. Because there's no obstacle avoidance on this drone, I can get the camera right up to it here and show you. But look at how steady this guy is. It's just like it's hanging from a string. And you can see mine is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but on that front arm, it's the DJI Mini SE, named after my friend Johnny Drone Flyer. But anyway, I think it's time to do our droney. Okay, I'm dropping that camera down and reversing up now, reverse and up. And you know, just like you always expect from DJI, the flight controls are so smooth. It just works so well. I can tell you this, I'm in normal mode, and I do notice that it's not as fast as other mini drones that I fly. I noticed that right off the bat. So we're going to kind of go across the street out here into the farmer's field. God, what a beautiful day today, huh? Man, I'm telling you, something else. You know, let's kind of move around here. It's interesting. I haven't used this style of controller in a while, so I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with it. So we're at about 60 meters high. I just want to give you a look at the Boise front over here. You know, nice wintertime shot there. And let's see, what did I do here? I touched something on my phone. Okay, got back to my screen. I lost my FPV screen there. I accidentally touched the top of my phone there. And that, I suppose, is one of the negatives that we can say, is because your phone is so close to where your fingers are at, your FPV, that can happen. So I'm kind of actually glad that happened so you guys could see it. But you know, I'm just trying to remember, on this controller, there is no function button. So you're limited to a power button, a return to home button, which is also a pause button, well, I'm going to get that into the on camera here. One of the things that I just realized while flying this is you're limited with buttons wise. I was looking to see if there was if I could zoom, but there's no function button to get to the scroll wheel. But anyway, you got a power button there. You've got the return to home button or pause button there. And then on the top, on the front here, you've got your scroll wheel for your gimbal, start recording and take a picture. So that's, you know, it's a pretty limited little controller. And I also see, if you notice, I've only got 2 lights going there. So I should have charged the controller. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but that's all right. For this flight, we got plenty of juice, so we're in good shape. Alrighty, let's, so you saw enough of the Boise front there and me jabbering, so let's just go for a little flight here. Let's throw it into sport mode, and I have to do that on the app. So I flipped it into the S mode. I had to touch the app to click it into S, and I'm going to go just right over the top of the pond here. The drone's right over the top of me right now, and we are, I believe, top speed is like 13 meters per second. And I'm seeing some breakup on FPV, and I've got like the aircraft signal interference. So I have a picnic shelter between me and the drone right now. So I'm going to see if I can bring it back. Yeah, that needs a little bit of, that shows you that, that enhanced Wi-Fi. I think if I got out from under the picnic shelter, I bet I would do a lot better. But in any case, we got it back here without much issue. Again, this is not an OcuSync drone, so you are signal limited. But I think about a little over 12 meters per second, I think, and I'm trying to remember what the published top speed is. I think it's like 13 meters per second, I think is the published top speed. But don't quote me on that. I'm sure it's on the DJI spec list. Look it up. I'm just doing that from memory. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get down lower, and I'm going to go back into normal mode. There is C mode here. Let's show you. I can show you the top speed in that, which, 3 meters per second is top speed in cinema mode. But let's go back into normal mode, and let's click full forward on that. We're going to go on the top of these buildings here. And what is our top speed? Probably 8 meters per second, I'm guessing, as I recall. 8 meters per second is top speed in normal mode. So we're going to go move to the side here, and we're going to go over this other row of buildings. Let's drop some altitude as we go. We don't need to be that high. And you guys probably know where I'm heading here. I want to go look at that In-N-Out burger over there and see if, and I'm going to have to move out and get a better, I'm getting signal interference already, so maybe I should have stayed a little higher, but I just moved out. I'm getting lots of breakup. Hang on. Yeah, boy, that'll really tell you the difference between, so I'm going to see if I can go higher now. And altitude will get your signal back. In other words, the drone's up higher can better receive your signal. So that's what we're going to do. And I moved out from behind the, that helped us a lot. I moved out from behind the picnic shelter, I was going to say there. We moved sideways here, and that got our signal back. Well, it's still, my FPV is breaking up pretty badly. That'll tell you how tough it is in these kind of Wi-Fi environments. Yeah, and I mean, so this is a lesson to me too. But anyway, this has given us a good, in fact, we can go a lot higher. Let's go higher and see if we can get better signal. But you can see the way they're, so you see up in the top right-hand side there, that's a staging lot, and then they move them into the row to get through the drive-through at the In-N-Out. And, you know, if I had a drone with, and I'm still getting aircraft interference. Let's go even higher yet. If I had a drone with zoom, we could zoom in and see, but it looks like there's a fairly good line for walk up too. Now you guys will be able to see it better because you're looking at video footage off of the video card, and I am not. So then they have these other staging parking lots here, and yeah, you know what? It doesn't look bad. It looks to me like they really only have one, maybe one or two lots full of cars. So before, all these other, like this right in the center of screen here, this brown lot, that would have been full of cars. So in any case, we are going to come back towards us because we're just struggling with our signal here. You know, this is you can imagine that there's a fair amount of Wi-Fi interference here. So let's get this guy back. But again, that's a lesson to me, because if I'd had even the DJI Mini 2 SE, that wouldn't have been any problem at all with the with OcuSync 2. So I'm dropping the camera down here, and so you can see the ice skating rink, and it looks like some people are skating, and they've even got the fountains going. So they got the fountains going and the skating rink going at the same time. So, I mean, it's really a mild day today. It feels warmer than it really is. The temperature says that we're in the mid 40s, but goodness, it feels warmer than that. So I like it. Okay, we're bringing her back and dropping in altitude here. And you know, we're getting pretty good flight time. I've still got 55% battery. So we'll try some of the other we'll try some of the other flight modes with this guy. I'm gonna center on our sculpture here that's not far from where I am, where I'm sitting at the under the picnic shelter. How fast are we going? 8 meters per second. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay. I think what we should do is try out some of the other flight modes. And I'm looking at the drone above us. It's just, God, what a great little drone. You know, I took this drone when I went to Spin Up in Austin, Texas in 2021. This was the only drone that I took. And, you know, all my friends had their more sophisticated drones, I will say. But I think I had just as much fun as they did with this little guy. So I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to click on that film strip. I'm going to go down to, and these are the only things you have here. You got photo, quick shots. Well, let's look at photo real quick just to show you. So you've got a single photo or a time shot. So on this one, you don't even really have HDR where you can stack the photos. So you know, where it shoots one overexposed, one underexposed, and one normal exposed, so that you can then in post-production get the best of it. But you can do a time shot. I'll show you that. So you can set it from, well, anywhere from 2 seconds on up to 60 seconds to take pictures. I guess then you could put together, if you wanted to, you could probably manually put together your own time-lapse video. But I want to start with quick shots here, and this guy only has the 4. Yeah, that's what as I recalled. So I'm right. So so let's I don't know. Let's bring it down even more here, and I'm going to try and get a box on top of the sculpture, and I don't know if that's exactly where it put the point of interest, but we'll hopefully. Let's hit start, and it'll count down. And I noticed that it doesn't give us, like the Mini 2 SE would let us select the distance of the droney. This guy's not doing it. We just had, it's just a droney. So not even, you know, where the Mini 2 SE, yeah, see, that wasn't very far, and then it completed it, so it'll return. The Mini 2 SE will let you select distance, and it also has some things like panorama and so forth that the original Mini SE does not have. So let's go to the next one here. We're going to be able to probably get through these. Let's do a rocket, and let's do the same thing. And let's hit start, and it should go straight up. And again, it gives us no option to select the distance, but so it's just prefabbed, built into the software. You get what you get. But you guys probably saw you guys have seen the video quality. The video quality on this guy is quite good. Yeah, boy, that worked. That rocket is perfect. It is right over the top of the sculpture. That's excellent. So again, it'll return to its original position, which is something that I think is pretty cool. Let's see, 40% battery here. I'm just trying to think what all I can show you. we might as well just go through the rest of these. So we've got an orbit flight here, or circle flight as DJI calls it. Again, I'm going to try and get that on the top if I can. I had to draw a pretty big box there, so we'll see what it does. And it's not giving me an option to go clockwise or counterclockwise, so I assume it's going to go clockwise. I'm learning some things that I didn't remember on this drone. You know, when you haven't flown something for a while, that you know, you kind of forget. But look at how accurate the point of interest is on it. It's really accurate. It's holding the center of that. Well, as soon as I say that, it moved off. So I shouldn't have opened my mouth. Look at how far off it moved the point of interest there, and it's pushing the camera down. So I don't know. That wasn't much of an orbit. So I take back everything I said. Wow, I was really giving it a big compliment, and man, did it show us, didn't it? That is funny. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I want to try that again. We got enough battery. I am going to back out here. I'm going to draw the point of interest at the base, and we're going to start that again, and let's see how it does. As soon as I talked about how accurate it was, all of a sudden the point of interest wandered off. The best laid plans of mice and men. Seems to be working better on the base, but no, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's going in an oblong, so it's not really doing a good orbit here. I'm just telling you, I don't know exactly what that's about. But that's not much of a circle flight. Sorry, DJI. That one is I don't know. I can't brag about that one much. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Helix, which is one of my favorites. So let's do again at the top of the sculpture, and let's click Start, and yeah, we'll see how it does on the Helix. And let's see, I'm pretty sure that it's just recording these in 1080p. I think I would have had to, I don't even know on this drone if I could have selected 2.7K for the quick shots. But again, yeah, we're seeing the point of interest really wander. Look at that. Yeah, it's getting confused as heck. That was weird. I don't even know what to say. So I'm saying that those two quick shots were a bust. So let's see here. We'll want to go back into starting recording again. It's back to its start. So I'm going to click on that Helix again. We're going to click on the little video camera, and I am going to start video again in 2.7K. 30 frames per second. We're started video. Let's go out, and we'll do a return to home. And this drone does not pretend to have precision landing, but we'll see how close it gets. And we'll head out the other way here. We'll go kind of over the top of the pond over here, and you're going to see a lot of waterfowl and ice still on the pond. What is that? Is that somebody standing out there? Holy cow. Man, that is the epitome of stupid. That is just the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at these idiots. That ice is so thin. I mean, I'm telling you, I was here yesterday, and you could barely, it was just, man, we're going to hang here, and I mean, they got big signs that say don't walk on the ice. Man, I'm telling you, this is just dumb. I'm kind of glad that we got to witness this. Hopefully we don't, yeah, it's going to go into return to home here in a second, but I'm going to stay on this until we see. I'm telling you, that ice, you can look at it, it's very thin. It just froze over. I was out here yesterday, and it was just barely a film of ice. This is, and I don't know, you know, from this distance on the FPV, I can't tell how big these kids are, but this is not smart stuff. Man, oh man. One after the other, they're going out there. Well, we're going to have to bring the drone home, so I'm going to hit return to home here. I wish I'd like to be able to stay on station longer so that I could call 911 if necessary, but anyway, they're pretty close back to the shore, so I'm going to bring the drone home, hit return to home, and yeah, it just was giving me the return to home dialog box there, so bringing her back. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm stunned, I guess is a better word, watching what was going on there. And I assume those are kids. We're going to see it a lot better by looking at the video off the SD card. I was looking at my little FPV screen and I couldn't tell for certain. I think they were kids, but in fact, I suspect they were kids, but I can't tell for certain just looking at the FPV screen. Okay, well, that's our excitement for the day, and it looks like we're going to have to cancel here because it's coming down right on the. You know, if it was just on the. A minute. Yeah, it's going to come down right in front of me. I canceled. I'm moving it back. Moving it forward here. We'll move it over the landing pad. It's really squawking. It wants to land. Okay, let's bring her down. Battery critical, it says, because it's under 10%. Trust me, you got plenty of battery. It should pick up the camera here. And yeah, we didn't see it on the camera, but there it is on the ground. Okay, let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mini SE, not the Mini 2 SE, just as the original Mini SE. Still a great little drone, excellent DJI flight controls. We learned a couple limitations today, and that's that DJI's enhanced Wi-Fi isn't nearly as good as OcuSync 2, not even close. We got into some places that we started breaking up FPV. We never lost signal completely, but you know, when your FPV starts going out, you really can't point the drone like you want to, etc. So DJI's enhanced Wi-Fi works pretty good, but we've shown that there are limitations. The big advantage to this drone, to me, is the compact size of the whole package with the old style controller. And there are some advantages and disadvantages to this controller, as we talked about as well. But you know, this is something that you could carry with you on your motorcycle or in a backpack or something really lightweight. You want to get some aerial video, and really, pictures and video are what it's going to be good for. I also was surprised when we did the quick shots. It didn't really hold the point of interest very well. I was bragging on how well it held the point of interest, and as soon as those words came out of my mouth, it took off. So, so yeah, the Orbit and the Helix were not the best, but however, it's still a fun to fly little drone. So the other thing that kind of threw me there, and I can't remember, hopefully I had video started. When I landed it, I saw video was off, so I think I probably forgot to start recording. You guys already probably know that. But we went over there to the pond and there were a bunch of kids walking out there on the ice. And let me tell you what, that ice is super thin and that water is really cold. That was scary stuff to me. I stayed on station as long as I could until we ran out of battery and had to bring the drone home. But in any case, that's about it. You've seen what the little DJI, the original Mini SE, can do. And if you can pick this thing up used on eBay for, you know, 150 bucks or something like that, it is an amazing little piece of technology. That's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The original DJI Mini SE. Bye now.